stuck on her way home from school. Apparently, the driver lost control and veered onto the sidewalk.
What? Really?
Yes! Someone called an ambulance and she's in the hospital right now. I'm on my way there in a taxi, so please come as soon as you can.
I can't.
What? Why not? What are you talking about?
I'm in the middle of something right now, so I can't come.
Aren't you worried about our daughter? She's been seriously hurt.
I'm sure she'll be fine. She's not a little girl anymore. She'll shake it off in no time. You worry too much, Nancy.
Don't you get it? She's in intensive care. This isn't like she just fell and scraped her knee.
Doctors always end up making a big deal out of these things so they can squeeze more medical fees out of you later. I'm sure it's not that big a deal.
We can worry about the fee some other time. Our daughter needs us both with her right now. Drop whatever you're doing and get to the hospital.
I really can't. This isn't something I can just put off until later. My mom's birthday is coming up this weekend. I'm skipping out on work right now so I can shop for a present for her.
What? You're refusing to visit your own daughter in the hospital because of something that meaningless?
Meaningless? This is my mom's 70th birthday we're talking about here.
Who cares? Your daughter is in a life or death situation. This shouldn't be a tough decision for you. It's obvious which of the two is more important right now.
Yeah, it's my mom's birthday. It only comes once a year, you know.
I can't believe you. Alice is fighting for her life right now, and you're acting like you don't even know her.
Like I said, I'm sure she'll be fine. She's my daughter, after all. It'll take more than some careless truck driver to take her out. You're just overreacting like you always do. This is just like that time back when she was in kindergarten and twisted her ankle falling off the play structure.
She broke her leg! Don't you remember that she needed a cast?
So what? She got better, didn't she? She's always been a tough one. She'll shake this off without any problems, I guarantee it. There's no sense getting yourself worked up into a tizzy over it.
What's wrong with worrying about the well-being of my own daughter?
At any rate, what do you think I should get Mom for her present? I gave her a handbag last year, so maybe some cute little charms or something she could clip onto the strap would be good.
I don't care! I don't have time to be thinking about that at all right now.
We should probably bring some food or something, too. Whip something up in the kitchen once you get home from the hospital, okay? Don't worry if the doctors won't let Alice go home right away. They might be crooks, but they'll take care of her well enough.
Your mom isn't what's important here. I'll be happy to do whatever you want for her later, but right now, Alice is what comes first. I don't know why you can't understand that, Rick.
Well, you know how every year whenever I give Mom her present, she always gives me a little something as a thank you present? It's usually about $2,000 in cash. But if I start slacking this year, I'm worried she won't give me much of anything.
What? I never heard anything about that before.
Oh, have I not mentioned it? I thought you knew. I was thinking if we bring some food to go along with this year's present, I should be locked in for sure.
You've been keeping the money for yourself? Not that it matters to me right now.
Let's really go all out this year. We'll bring some fancy hors d'oeuvres or something.
I can't promise anything right now. Please try to take this more seriously.
I guarantee Alice will be out of the hospital and fit as a fiddle by tomorrow. I'd put money on it.
How can you be so sure? You haven't even seen her.
I just know. I've always had a good sense for this sort of thing. It pays to keep a cool head in times like this.
My taxi just pulled up to the hospital. I'll be waiting for you here, so come as soon as you can, okay? I don't want to be left worrying by myself.
Sorry, but I've got to get back to the office once I've done my shopping.
If you have time to go shopping, then come here instead.
Like I said, I'm busy right now.
Oh, whatever. Forget it. All I could do was pray while Alice was in the middle of her surgery. I've never been a religious person, but I prayed to whatever God would listen. But 4 hours later, I learned that no one had heard my prayers. At just 16 years old, My only daughter left us to go off to heaven. The word despair doesn't even begin to describe the feeling that washed over me. There are no words in the English language that can express what I felt when I found out that I would never see her smile again. The doctors, police, and the undertaker all approached me in turn, hardly giving me any time to grieve. As I dealt with all of them, the day of Alice's funeral came before I had even realized it. When my husband found out, he was shocked and even shed a few tears. But I had the sense that his heart wasn't completely in it, like he had other things on his mind. Despite that, I never would have thought that he would act the way he did on the day of the funeral. Rick, where are you? I haven't seen your mom here anywhere either. The funeral service is going to start any minute now.
I've already paid my respects.
What are you saying?
I'll let you make sure everything goes smoothly. I won't be able to make it.
Rick, I understand why you might not want to accept the reality of what's happening here. This is painful for me, too. But this is your daughter's funeral. You can't just blow this off.
Today's my mom's birthday, so I don't have a choice. Sorry.
What?
You didn't make any food like I asked, so we ended up ordering Mexican. Mom wasn't too thrilled with the idea, but as long as I put some extra effort into making her birthday feel special, she should be happy enough anyway.
Rick, this isn't any time to joke around. This is your daughter's funeral here. It's your last chance to see her face and say goodbye.
I've always thought that funerals were kind of pointless. Like, they're already dead, you know? Just make sure she gets cremated and wrap it up.
How can you even say that?
She's gone and never coming back. Holding a funeral won't change that. Don't you think the whole thing is just a waste of time and money?
I most certainly do not. What is wrong with you, Rick?
Any way you look at it, it makes more sense to celebrate the living while they're still with us, rather than waste time on people who are already dead. That's why I'm with my mom right now.
Rick, please tell me this is just a bad joke. I don't want to believe that Alice's own father is talking about her like this on the day of her funeral.
I'm sad that she died too, okay? But there's no sense in lingering on things you can't change. Like I said, it's important to treasure the people with us while we have them.
It's not a matter of lingering on it. If we don't properly say goodbye to Alice now, we'll both regret it forever.
I don't need to. I've already made my peace and moved on.
Do you think Alice will be able to rest in peace without seeing her dad and grandma one last time?
Nancy, she's dead. She doesn't have any feelings one way or the other anymore.
Everyone else that came to the funeral will be really confused if you don't even bother to show up.
True. I didn't tell anyone else that I'd be spending the day with my mom. I know they might not exactly see things the same way I do.
Then get over here right now. A bunch of our relatives are here already. They're going to notice something's wrong if we both aren't here. What if they ask me where you are?
Don't tell them I'm with my mom. If they suddenly start to treat me coldly, I'll know it was your fault.
What am I supposed to tell them then?
I don't know, make something up. Tell them I'm bedridden with shock. Yeah, that'd work. It makes sense since I'm her dad, and it absolves me of any guilt.
If you're worried about guilt, then forget about your mom's stupid birthday party and get over here this instant!
I'd really rather not spend my afternoon surrounded by weeping relatives at a funeral. I can't stand that sappy stuff. I'd much rather enjoy a nice birthday cake with my mom.
Is she seriously not going to come either? Alice was her one and only grandchild.
Well, I asked her to make sure, but she said, let's just enjoy my birthday today like we planned.
You two are just completely unbelievable. I'm astonished.
You really think so? I'm flattered.
It wasn't meant as a compliment. I can't even find the words to describe how angry I am with you right now. I give up. Just enjoy your stupid little party.
You're welcome to join us once the funeral's over. There will definitely be lots of food left over.
I don't want it. I won't be joining you.
Well, more for us then. We'll be drinking later, and I drove. so I'll spend the night at my mom's place.
I hope you're sure you won't regret this, Rick.
Where are you? Why aren't you at home? What are you doing out of the house on a Sunday?
What do you want?
Where are Alice's ashes? You brought them home after the funeral, didn't you? I at least wanted to see what kind of urn you had them put in.
Don't worry about that right now. They're safe and sound.
Well, didn't you at least think to put out a photo of her in the living room or something? I know I said she was dead and gone, but we should at least have something to remember her by, shouldn't we? Come to think of it, I don't see any of your things around here either. What's going on?
Are you dense? I left home.
What? Why did you just take your things and leave without even telling me?
Do you even have to ask? The reason should be obvious.
Is this because I skipped out on the funeral yesterday?
What else would it be?
It all went fine without me, didn't it? What's the problem?
It doesn't matter how it went. I'm still infuriated with you.
Did you really have to take things this far, though?
I wanted to send Alice off to heaven peacefully and without incident. It was so painful for me to accept that she would be leaving us forever, but I was able to bear that pain for her sake. But then you had to go and ruin everything.
What did I do? I wasn't even there.
Did you know that when a body is cremated, the switch to the furnace has to be pressed by a surviving family member?
Oh yeah, I remember my mom had to do it for my dad after he passed away.
I could hardly bring myself to do it. I was reduced to sobs. I heard a few of our relatives muttering, "If only her father was here." I realized then that this was the final responsibility that I had as her parent. I'm the only one that could have done it, so I had no choice but to push through my tears.
Hey, I'm her parent too. I could have done it if I were there.
Please stop. Don't ever call yourself Alice's father again. Just erase all the memories you ever had of her. Please, forget everything.
What the heck are you talking about?
I don't want you to soil her name by attaching yourself to her.
What are you even saying? She would never have even been born in the first place if it wasn't for me.
Don't think you're entitled to anything just because you helped conceive her. You don't deserve to call yourself her father when you couldn't even be bothered to say goodbye to her at her funeral.
Shut up!
Your mother isn't any better. I can't believe she'd snub her granddaughter's funeral just to have herself a little birthday party.
Mom always said she wanted a grandson. She was never all that fond of Alice.
I know that. Still, I can't believe she wouldn't even give her one last bit of common decency. I don't want anything more to do with either of you two. You can just keep living your self-indulgent lives until you both rot.
Nancy, I know you're upset, but you're taking things too far.
If anything, I don't think I'm going far enough. I don't even have the words to describe what a despicable person you are. Calling you a piece of trash would be an insult to garbage.
Nancy!
You know, it's funny. I don't actually feel all that angry right now. It's not like I feel resigned or exhausted either. If I had to put a word to it, I just feel empty. I think my mind has just decided that any feelings I have to spare for you and your mother are nothing but a waste of energy.
What are you talking about? If you're mad at me, then show it. Tell me I'm a waste of skin for not coming to the funeral. You shouldn't bottle up your emotions.
I'm actually glad that you didn't come to the funeral now. You aren't Alice's father anymore. So I won't scold you for it. I don't have any more anger to spare for you.
Where even are you right now? The only other place I can think of where you could stay would be your parents' house, but they live on the other side of the country.
Yesterday, after the service was over, someone came up to me and asked, "What are you going to do now?" I told them, I want to cut ties with my rotten husband and protect the memories Alice left behind by myself. That person relayed my story to the other relatives, and they all offered to help me leave our house.
You couldn't just move somewhere else in a single day. How did you manage to find a new place to live on such short notice?
One of the other funeral attendants happened to have a second apartment that they offered to let me stay at. He didn't even want me to pay for anything. I was shocked by his generosity.
Who the heck was that? He must be loaded.
It was the CEO from your work.
What? No way.
He was totally shocked that you weren't there. How could Richard not attend his own daughter's funeral? That's what he said to me.
What were you thinking? Why didn't you tell me that my company's CEO was going to be there?
I'm not the one who was in charge of the reception. I didn't know exactly who would be showing up ahead of time. I'd never even met him before, so it's not like I would have recognized his face either. I didn't realize he was even at the funeral until he spoke to me after it was over.
You didn't tell him anything about me being with my mom for her birthday, did you?
I may have let something like that slip. Sorry. I believe what I told him was, he said his mother's birthday party was more important than his daughter's funeral, or something along those lines.
Are you joking?
That's funny. The CEO said the exact same thing.
Did he say anything else about it?
He was just about shocked speechless. Although I can't say I blame him. I felt the same way. He couldn't even put his thoughts about it into words.
Why was he even there? I've never talked to him or anyone at work about Alice.
The father of one of Alice's classmates happens to play golf with him on weekends. The CEO heard about it from him.
Why didn't he reach out to me about it directly, though?
He was probably trying to be considerate. He assumed you were still grieving the loss of your daughter and didn't want to bother you with little details like which acquaintances would be attending the funeral. Obviously, his worries were unnecessary. You hardly grieved at all and didn't even end up going.
This is really bad. How am I going to show my face at work tomorrow? What should I do?
Why not just lean into it? Stroll in with a big grin and announce, I skipped out on my daughter's funeral to celebrate my dear old mom's 70th birthday.
I obviously can't do that. I don't want people to think I'm that much of a heartless jerk.
So you admit you're heartless then?
What?
You knew exactly how cruel and selfish you were being, but you didn't let that stop you. Only now that you have to worry about the consequences are you actually starting to regret your actions. You really are the lowest of the low.
Am I really such a monster for trying to make my own mother happy, even while enduring the pain of knowing that my daughter's corpse was in the process of being cremated? All I was doing was making efficient use of my time.
I wouldn't have done what you did if I was in your shoes. I don't think many people would have. Don't act like you were just following common sense.
It's not like I would have been able to actually speak with Alice even if I had come. Am I wrong?
I did speak with her, actually.
What? No, you didn't. At best, you were just talking to her corpse.
That may be true, but I was able to thank her for everything she had given me. I'm certain my words reached her, wherever she is now. Even now, I can still hear her voice resounding in my mind.
I don't believe in any of that nonsense. Alice is dead and gone. What's so wrong about prioritizing someone who's still alive over someone who's already passed away?
You're welcome to live however you like if that's how you see things. It's obvious that our values are completely different from one another.
Fine. Do whatever you want then. But don't even think about keeping all the reparation money from the accident for yourself.
What?
I was talking to my mom about this. She said the usual payout for fatal car accidents is somewhere in the ballpark of a few $100,000.
I hadn't even thought about that until now. You and your mom didn't even come to the funeral, but you two were still thinking about how much money you could get out of this?
Just be sure to send it our way, all right?
You are so unbelievable.
You're fine just having your precious memories, right? You don't need the money. Just send it all to us.
Forget it! I'll send you what you're entitled to, and that's it!
Haha, so you are concerned about the money after all. You're not as far above me as you think.
I'm not going to spend it on myself. I want to get a nice gravesite set up for Alice.
Why not just scatter her ashes into the ocean or something? Gravestones and land are a huge waste of money.
Stop acting like she's just some piece of trash to be discarded. I've had enough of you desecrating her memory.
I don't care. All I'm concerned about is getting enough money out of this for my mom and I to live comfortably. I might even be able to retire early. Then it won't matter what the CEO thinks of me.
Are you sure? The money might dry up faster than you'd think.
I don't want anything more to do with that company anyway. I mean, any company where the CEO gets involved in the private lives of his employees, going so far as to move one of their wives into his own apartment seems pretty messed up to me.
I'll pass that along then. He's actually here with me right now.
What? He is?
He's actually been following this conversation, and he's fuming at how you've been acting. I'm grateful that he's so angry on my behalf.
Oh, well, whatever. Hey, boss. Can you see this? I quit! Thanks for nothing!
He says to tell you that you're going to at least have to fill out a few documents before he can let you go. Sounds like you'll have to come into the office tomorrow after all.
What? No way! Forget it. Tell him I'm not coming.
You're going to have to if you want your severance pay.
Oh, okay then. I'll be there.
I'll let my lawyer handle the matter of the reparations from the accident. I'll let you know when there's new developments with that. Until then, don't try to contact me.
Sure thing. Bye.
Mr. Johnson, thank you so much for everything you've done for me.
Did you finally get the money from the accident?
Yes, I did. Thanks to that lawyer you introduced me to, I was able to get over double the minimum fee for a total of $500,000. I'll pay you back for what you spent on helping me with Alice's grave right away.
I'm glad to hear it.
You were the one who got Rick to sign the paper that waived any right to the money, right?
What do you mean?
You had him sign it when you called him into the office to collect the severance pay, didn't you? I'm sure he just signed whatever papers you put in front of him without even reading them. Thanks to you, he won't see even a single cent of the reparation money. He never would have done that voluntarily.
I have absolutely no idea what it is you're talking about.
I know that what you did to him wasn't exactly what most people would call legal. I am sorry you had to put yourself in such a dicey position for my sake.
It's nothing you have to worry about, Nancy.
Are you sure?
I don't think I have told you this before, but I also have a daughter of my own. She turned 20 this year. If anything ever happened to her, heaven forbid, I can't possibly imagine that I would be absent from her funeral under any circumstances. As a father, I'll never be able to forgive Richard for what he did to her. And to you.
I assure you, I feel the same way about him as you.
I don't think he's even realized yet that he's never getting the money. I wonder if he started taking out big loans, expecting that he'll be able to pay them off.
I heard from one of his relatives that they saw him and his mom decked out in expensive brand-name clothes, driving around in a luxury sports car.
I knew it. If he's still unemployed, then there's no way he could afford that stuff without a pretty hefty loan or two. He's in for a rude awakening.
Even his mom has been getting in on it. I heard she took out a loan herself so she could give Rick some extra allowance. They've dug quite the hole for themselves. Not that they know it yet.
If you ask me, it sounds like they'll be getting their just desserts. They brought all this on themselves with their irresponsible spending anyway.
But aren't you worried that Rick might try to sue you when he realizes you tricked him into signing that document?
I'm not worried about that. He gave verbal consent after all.
What?
I have a recording of him saying he wants this money to be used for the memory of his daughter. He said he relinquishes all rights to the money.
What? Really? Did he actually say that?
Indeed he did. Clear as crystal.
How did you get him to say it?
We do a company trip every year, and it's funded by our employees. We ask them to set aside about $2,000 of their salaries to help pay for it. Rick hasn't joined us for quite a few years now, but still had his salary set aside, so he had accumulated a fair bit in savings, as it were.
I see.
Our company doesn't usually offer severance pay exactly, but I made Richard a special offer. I told him I'd give him a special payment of $10,000 if he agreed to let us donate the travel money he had accumulated to fund his daughter's gravesite. It seemed like a bit of a stretch, if I'm being completely honest.
But he believed you?
Hook, line, and sinker.
So that's how you got him to say, I relinquish this money to my daughter's memory?
I'm sure he thought that the $20,000 he had saved was more pocket change compared to the reparation money he believed he'd soon be receiving.
But isn't this still a bit shady?
Sometimes, the only way to really teach someone a lesson is to sink to their level. I hope that you'll never have to get your hands dirty like this, Nancy. Just forget the whole thing.
Understood, sir. I guarantee my lips are sealed. No amount of money will ever bring Alice back. But the fact that I won't have to send any of it to that jerk is more than enough satisfaction for me. Thank you so much for everything you've done.
Live well. You're free to use my apartment for as long as you'd like.
I appreciate the offer, but I really think I ought to start providing for myself. I can't rely on others forever. Alice wouldn't want to see me live that way either.
I understand. I'll be cheering for your success. However, if you ever have any other troubles, please don't hesitate to reach out.
Thank you so much. I don't know how I can ever repay you for all you've done for me.
Live as a woman that your daughter would have been proud of. That would be more than enough for me.
Yes, sir. One day, when I finally have the chance to meet her again, I'll be sure to do so with my head held high. I'll make sure I'm able to tell her that I led a wonderful life, with no regrets. Thank you again for everything, sir. Just as Mr. Johnson had predicted, Rick and his mom had taken out massive loans they had no hope of being able to pay back. When they realized they weren't going to get any of the reparation money, they tried turning to other family members for help. But after they both refused to come to Alice's funeral, nobody wanted anything more to do with them. In the end, they had no choice but to file for bankruptcy and lost all of the luxury goods they had blown all their money on. As for me, I used the rest of the money to kickstart a nonprofit organization that helps families secure affordable grave sites for their loved ones. I still visit Alice's grave once every few months to leave flowers and speak with her. Her death may have left a hole in my heart, but I've been doing my best to be someone she could have been proud to call a mother. One day, when I'm finally able to hold her in my arms again, I'm sure I'll be able to do so without any regrets. Thank you for watching. Remember to leave a like and comment on this video with your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell for more videos like this. We'll see you in the next one.